And I think there's a misunderstanding when it comes to strength training, especially in season. You do all this work through the off season, preseason, and then you just stop. Well, you wouldn't expressing strength and developing strength is a skill just as much as, any type of skill you're going to develop on the field. And so you don't want to stop that at all. It definitely is not, once season hits, the weight room is definitely not the focus anymore. And so it is going to take a little bit of a back seat, but stopping it all together gets the athlete out of that rhythm. It gets them out of that consistency. And there are times I would advocate for, during preseason, for instance, our high school team may play just an incredible amount of games in a short period of time. In that case, yeah, we may take a day off, but we're still going to do some sort of mobility work, some sort of recovery circuit. We're going to involve a little bit of core work. We're trying to keep it as consistent as possible, because then when you try to get back into it, if you try to get back into it, that can be a really big shock to the body. And in season, that's not what you want to do. You don't want your kids to be sore or stiff from an inconsistent exposure to the weight room, because then that can also increase their likelihood of injury on the field. Keeping the strength training keeping it consistent during the season is good for the tissue. It keeps it more resilient. And by tissue, I mean the muscular tissue. It keeps your neuromuscular system primed. So what that means is it keeps the motor units more engaged. So that obviously will contribute to performance, but also hopefully help decrease the odds of injury as you have more control about the joints, especially the knee. And it really just, the weight room, a well-designed program is going to keep the body in balance. Quad to hamstring ratio, working on the posterior chain, back, glutes, and all those things. There's a lot of great resources out there. Erica Sutter, who you've had on your show, I think before, your podcast, puts a lot of great information out. So I would definitely say if you've got a strength training program going, try to keep that as consistent as possible. Don't drop it off during season. Even if it's just once a week, if things are really crazy and you're playing a lot of games, just keep it in there once a week. Drop the sets down, cut them in half. Try to keep it in there. Don't let that lapse.